Hey guys, John here and welcome back to NASCAR 2005 Career Mode. Today, we're going to be heading out to Richmond and Dodge Raceway. So we will see how that goes. I have a feeling that Richmond especially is going to go very, very well. Typically, Richmond's a place that I can dominate at. And so far, of course, we've won every race, but some of them weren't easy. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, let's do this. Alright, let's get qualified here at Richmond. It should tell us if we're going to be in for a challenge or not. If we win this pole easy, probably not. Apologies if you hear booming in the background. As stated previously, this is very noisy. Anyway. Alright, we got that pole. Now, how much did we get that pole by is the question. One and done, and we got it by tenth and a half. That's not like crazy fast, but I have a feeling that that means this race probably won't be a huge challenge unless the handling goes away on us, or we just make a really dumb mistake. So, yeah, those could happen. Alright, let's go. Got the lemon car next to me. Let's watch out for him. He actually got a pretty good launch. A very good launch, but inside line's going to prevail there. Am I clear? Sort of. Oh, I overdrove that. Oh, God. I overdrove that, and then I came down and made contact with him, and yeah, now he's gonna get a spot, and possibly this guy. Remember what I said about making mistakes? Wait, am I gonna? Oh, he dove it in there and hit that inside wall, and I dove it in here, and I'm gonna take the lead back. So you know what? Frick you guys. That was actually really funny. Oh God, don't do it again. Oof. Yeah. I am pushing a bit going into 1 and 2, I'm noticing. Alright, he overdrove that. He's got this blue guy getting inside of him now. I'm wondering if I can pull away from them, though, because I am struggling in 1 and 2. It's kind of weird. It's a sort of a reversal for me, because I feel like I'm usually tight in 3 and 4, because it's flatter than 1 and 2. Usually 1 and 2 is the one that I'm down getting on the apron and turning real well, but right now might need to start like backing up my so he drove it in on the apron and then hit me, so that's cool. Don't, he's gonna hit me again. Okay, we stayed ahead. He's gonna dive it off in here again. He sure is. I gave him room because I didn't want to get wrecked. Oh God. Oh God. Sorry. Alright, I kind of feel bad. I'm gonna like not take advantage of this. I'm gonna have like a gigantic lead. I thought I was clear of him and I was not. I got damaged there though, so like, yeah. But I thought I was clear of him. I was not, and then I couldn't get off of him. We got stuck together. Whoops. But I also don't want to win by 3 seconds because of that. Like, yeah. We'll keep it interesting this way, right? It is weird being better in 3 and 4 than 1 and 2. This feels very strange. Could just be the nature of the modified. Could just be the setup. I don't know, but I usually don't have this much trouble. I mean, sometimes I'll push coming out of 2 if I carry too much speed or whatever. I mean, that's normal. But I'm not used to being that tight going into 1. I mean, I say that. I mean, it's not like I'm pushing all the way to the wall or something, but like I'm usually turning a lot better and getting down on the apron and gaining a bunch of time and stuff. And oh, that time I pushed going into 3 too. Of course, I got damaged now. We got to keep that in mind. Could be affecting us. This man is going to drive it in there like the other guy. They are very aggressive. They are very aggressive. I don't know, maybe if I start backing up the corner a little bit, going into one, we might rotate a bit better through there. Alright, lots of feathering there. And actually it worked out, so you know what, maybe this whole time it's just been me carrying too much speed. Big surprise. But we are starting to pull away a bit now, so. And again, we did sort of get the two fastest guys out from behind us too, I feel. They didn't fall back that far though. There's the blue guy, and I think the other guy's the lemon car. So yeah, they're still right there. But anyway, so yeah, I don't have a whole lot to talk about this time. I will say I have not brought NASCAR 06 back. Main reason for that has been a couple things. I've gotten back into Fortnite. So I've been streaming that a bit more, mixed in with the Minecraft and stuff. I did do a racing stream, but it was during those stretch of days where my internet was crappy, so I was streaming it at lower quality. I'll be putting that up as a couple videos, because I did some racing games I've never done before, so keep an eye out for that. But I decided I didn't want to do... Wow, they are back, by the way. I didn't want to do NASCAR 06. Oh, do you see what he did? He tried it again, and it bit him that time. Helps me. I didn't want to do NASCAR 06 at potato quality. So I put off starting it for a bit. Maybe I'll have done it this week when you see this. It's possible. We'll see. I don't know what day that it will make it to YouTube then, but yeah, I'll figure that stuff out later. Anyway, but yeah, keep an eye out for the two one-offs I did, because they were interesting, to say the least. Aside from that, though, not a whole lot to report. I would like to just ask that maybe you guys let me know in the comments if you've been enjoying this so far. I mean, I know it's just the modifieds. It's not going to get real interesting to some of you until I get into trucks and nationwide and all that stuff. But, you know, if you could find a bit of time to leave a comment and say, you know, I'm enjoying this, I'm looking forward to this, blah, 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 good episode, that kind of stuff. That helps. It helps me know that I'm doing the right thing. I will say the views on this have been a little lower than I was hoping. I mean, I figured they'd be close to NASCAR 06, but it's been a bit under that for sure. So I'm hoping we can get those views a bit higher. I know over time it'll pick up as it finds its spot in the search results, because I have old NASCAR 2005 videos on my racing channel that still get views. Pretty good views. So, like, I know eventually these videos will get some attention, but I was kind of hoping they'd get more attention now. But I get it, you know, I get how it goes. They're starting to reel me back in again, because I just cannot keep this car on the bottom. So they're catching back up here. This race could end up being interesting. I don't know if I'm actually going to end up cutting away on this one at all, because between stuff to talk about and just the action and the fact that they are catching up again, this could be a thing, huh? But anyway, yeah, so hoping for a little feedback, like I say, hoping that hoping the series gains a little ground, a little traction with the views and stuff, and we'll see what happens. But I mean, I'm down for sticking with it for the long haul, especially if it's not going to break as much as NASCAR 06 did. But we need to be seeing the views going and bringing in new viewers and things like NASCAR 06 always has done. If this can't do that, then, you know, might need to reevaluate or something. But hopefully that's not. Whoa, whoa, that was a mistake. Oh, almost lost it there. I don't know why I freaking drove in on the apron like that. Car is not handling well enough for that. Yeah, they're definitely here. Ooh. Try to run a more protected line. No, I pushed. No, 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 no. Oh. Okay, well, I didn't come down into him, I don't think. I feel like he drove up into me. God dang it. Get down, car. I feel like... I feel like I've got some issues here. Damage, maybe tire wear, something. Oof. Alright. That did open up a pretty big gap, though. I don't know, man. It's like, I expect him to do the diving thing, so I sort of left him room, but then he just kept coming up. And I had to make the corner, you know? Turn, you hunk of junk. Anyway, but yeah. I still haven't made any real decision on NASCAR Heat 4 because, well, I don't own it in the game yet. I had 2 different people offer to get it for me, and I just feel like I don't want them to spend their money on me getting that game when it could end up being just like NASCAR Heat 3, where I barely get into the career mode and then sort of lose interest. I know the game's better, but I also feel a lot of it is kind of the same. Oh gosh, God dang it, dude, stop it. These guys, they're so aggressive. And I can't turn. Or I would have driven away from them by now. I should have taken that big lead while I had it that one time, huh? I brought this on myself, I guess. But yeah, so I mean, like, I hate to see that. Like, if the devs had sent me a copy, then I would have definitely played it, but they didn't, and I assume it's because they gave me NASCAR Heat 2, and I barely played it, and then I did NASCAR Heat 3 and didn't finish that. I did do a lot of Heat 3 with the Fantasy Cup, but we all know that that had questionable results. Oh no. Yeah, that was me for sure. Alright, I'm gonna let him go. Try to cross back. If this car would turn, I would be so much better off. Okay, I might be able to dive it in on him here. Lap 35, and I'm trying to pass for the lead. That's... Oh, feather. Sort of made the pass. Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm having to work for this crap. Okay. 2 laps. Feather the throttle. Okay. He's right there, though, and he's probably going to try to dive bomb me if I give him the chance. I might need to have a little bit more protective line. No, don't go under. Yeah, look high. That's exactly what I hope. White flag. He looked high, so that gave me a little breathing room. And just got to get to 3 and 4s. We feather it. Push. Alright, we got it. What a freaking race. Holy crap. So aggressive from them. And I've definitely made some enemies, which is unfortunate. Whoops. Oh well. Car's already beat up, so whatever. Ew. Yeah, especially Tony Durbin. Sorry? Yeah, we all see whose fault that was. He drove that in there like that. What happened afterward with him was possibly my fault, but whatever. And then here, you can see how far he came up the track. Like, that also wasn't my fault. They were just being crazy aggressive. Anyway, the race results here. We ended up leading 35 of the 37 laps. So they did get by me. Yeah, Durbin got the one. Oh yeah, he was in front of me sideways and led that lap, I believe. And then this guy passed me there at the end, and I passed him back. That was exciting. That was definitely a lot more exciting than some of these tend to be. But let us move on. Oh yeah.
So you're the new kid on the block, huh? Well, I've seen my share of hot shots come through this series, and I think it's time to settle this on the track. I've got a great ride for you that's on the line if you think you can beat me.
Oh wow. Okay.
Some of the best NASCAR drivers are going to be running in a Chevy race this week. Old Ace made a phone call to the organizer. You're in, buddy.
Oh no. Um, so we've been challenged by Jeff Gordon to drive a sports car and race against him. Or we could go to a charity race, which wouldn't get us money, but it does get you prestige and possibly fans. And I don't even know what series it is. Dodge Raceway, so it's probably modifieds, could be trucks. Probably modified, so, I mean, I gotta do this, right? We gotta drive a sports car. Sure. Alright, I guess we're doing this. Let's go. I feel like we're always racing Jeff Gordon at Speedway Boulevard. Now, here's an interesting thing I wonder. Will we experience what we did with NASCAR 06, where all but one, I feel like it was all but one, I don't know, maybe there was a few that weren't, but most of the showdowns we did ended up with our competitor blowing up. I guess there was more than a few. We won all but one is what I was remembering, but I guarantee you over half of those wins were the competitor blowing up. So I wonder if we're going to experience that much with this. Also, I am not handling well on this Corvette. So the way it works in this game, though, is I believe beating these challenges unlocks the car for racing use. You know, in quick play or whatever, you can race these cars. And that's actually really fun to do on certain tracks. I'll definitely show that off at some point. Might be like a stream that I do to show off all the sports car stuff later on, maybe at the end or something. But anyway, it can be pretty fun though. It's a nice touch, and there's one for each of the makes, which there's only 3, right? Yeah, there's only 3 in this game. So there's the Corvette, there's the Viper, and there's the Mustang, I believe. We already saw the Viper in action in the Ryan Newman thing at the beginning. And this is the Corvette, so we'll get to see that. I believe it's a Mustang. We'll get to see that later. Anyway, we're kind of pulling away from Jeff here, even though I'm not driving specifically well, but yeah, it's going okay. Alright guys, about half a lap to go here. Yeah, figured I'd cut out some of this because, you know, nothing was really happening. He hasn't blown up though, we just pulled away. So, I guess that's something. I feel like on Legend difficulty, this showdown should have been a little harder, but whatever, it's fine. This car's fun to drive. It's kind of skatey though. You definitely have to be a bit careful with it. Just a little bit careful, for sure. Whoa, all right. You're good. All right, there you go. We're gonna win by like 3.5 seconds, so. That's cool. I guess I could show off celebrating in this. Surprisingly, burns out very similarly to the other cars. You would think it might be a little different, but it's not. It's cool to see, though, I will say. But all right, cool. And yeah, now we have this Chevy Corvette. Yeah, that's what I figured. All right, that's cool. Really to see here. Highlights are kind of cool though, seeing the vet. It's a little early to be asking me about that, Ace. Let's just leave that discussion for another time, shall we? Anyway, let's move on to Dodge. Alright, here we are at Dodge Raceway. Considering we're sponsored by Dodge, we should put on a show here for them, huh? Not expecting to have a whole lot of difficulty with this one either. This is usually one of those tracks where you can lap a bunch of people, especially in the other series where there's pit stops and stuff. But one and done there. We get the pole by a little over 2/10. So feeling pretty good about that. But as we saw, things can happen. The handling cannot be there. Those guys can dive bomb me. Like crazy crap can happen. So we'll see. But let's begin. Let's hopefully not get into it with Lemon Man again. Although it was mostly Tony Durbin we had the biggest contact with. Some of which was his fault and some of which was probably my fault, though. I don't know, man. It's hard to say sometimes. But, alright. Car feels pretty good right now. It's definitely sticking right around the bottom, which is something we could not do at Richmond. And if the handling doesn't go away and we can stay around the bottom, we're gonna win by a lot. Oh god, don't get on the apron though. That will most likely spin me out, so let's not do that. Definitely not make a habit of that. But yeah, like it's gonna be a pretty smooth sail here for us. But anyway, yeah, I don't think I really have anything else I want to talk about. I mean, the end of the real NASCAR season's coming up. I don't really have too much invested in it. I've watched a couple races here and there. Honestly, at this point, given everything, because it's not looking like some people are going to make it in. I mean, there's still stuff that could happen to change that, but I was kind of hoping we'd get to see somebody new be champion, somebody like Chase Elliott or Ryan Blaney. It's not looking good for that. So honestly, I feel like Truex has just sort of become the favorite all of a sudden. So you know what? I'm for Truex winning again. Frick it, you know? It'd be cool to see, and probably not gonna have too many more chances at it. So yeah, why not? I do like Truex a lot, so if he wins it, good for him. As for the rest, you know, we'll see. I have a feeling that there's probably gonna be 3 Gibbs cars in the final 4: Truex, Kyle, and Denny, and then probably like Harvick being the 4th. Or in a sad world, Joey. But we'll see. We'll see. Either way, it'll be interesting to see what happens at Homestead, I guess. But as I said, not super invested anymore. I don't know if I ever will be again. But you know, I have to say the new schedule next year interests me a lot, and also the future of the car model that's going to be changing and stuff, that could really shake things up and get me interested again, and maybe even further changes to the schedule, which might take them to places they haven't been to in a long time or places that they've never been to. That kind of stuff could reinvigorate me, but this season was just sort of meh for me and didn't really pull me in much. If it did for you, that's awesome, and I envy you. But me, I'm just sort of on the outside looking in, I guess. Anyway, let's cut ahead till the end of the race, because unless something crazy happens with lap traffic, I think I'm going to be winning by a lot here. Okay, guys, last couple laps here. Tires are wearing. I'm starting to skate around quite a bit. That's that cloud of smoke right there. Lap cars are definitely being very blocky. Every time I try to look inside, a lot of them slam the door, which is frustrating. But couple little scuffs, but nothing, nothing in the way of big damage or anything. And here we are, coming around to the checkered flag with a freaking 6-second lead almost. So, pretty much half lap lead. Can't complain about that. Could get a burnout going. Okay. That didn't work quite well at all, did it? Come on, there we got the good smoke finally, and it gets sort of wasted. Alright, there we go. Alright. Burnouts are so weird sometimes. Anyway, so we led every lap from the pole, and didn't really have any challenge, to be honest. It was all just sort of dealing with lap cars after a while, but yeah, pretty good. Heck yeah.
What's up, pal? It's Ace.
Yeah, I know how to share drive.
Hey, I forgot to mention something.
And intimidate. Gotcha, thanks. Alrighty, let's look at the old standings, which we should be, yeah, well in command of, considering we've won every race. We have a 289-point lead, which is cool. It's pretty big. Honestly, these guys are already starting to spread out big. It's like 289 and then into the 400. So like, yeah, I feel like they trade around spots a lot, and I have been consistently winning and leading the most laps. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna probably dominate this season. And of course, we can't see any of that stuff. So anyway. That's going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hammer like button, share with your friends, subscribe if you're new to join the Wolfpack, and I'll see you guys next time for North Carolina, which is Rockingham. Yeah, that's actually, this is the last time they call it that, because NASCAR 06 onward they rethemed the track because Rockingham wasn't active in NASCAR. So interesting. So that and New Hampshire. So 2 big tracks. That'll be exciting. And honestly, New Hampshire maybe not so much, but Rockingham could be quite challenging because I've never been very good there. So we'll see what happens anyway. See you guys. Bye.